All right, hello, welcome. We're trying the Facebook Live again today. Also, maybe trying YouTube Live. Let's see, I'm checking in to give some more information and update about what's going on the rest of the week. We will have our regularly scheduled services. We've got Maundy Thursday tomorrow night at 7. We've got Good Friday tomorrow night or Friday night at 7. And we have Easter this Sunday at 10:30. So, gosh, I'm still trying to learn all this. I see we've got one viewer. I'm not sure who you are yet, but that's good. Good. So, as I was saying, we are going to have our three services. This week has kind of thrown us a little bit of a wrench, but we are making lemonade. Actually, no. Tonight I'm making bread because when you can't leave or go to the grocery store and you need bread for Maundy Thursday and grocery pickup's not cooperating, you make it. So I've got my flour here and I'm going to walk you through one of my favorite bread recipes. I see you got a couple of viewers. I'm using a different thing today and I can't see who's watching. So if you're watching, maybe leave a comment, or I can maybe check my phone here. Let's see. Hope y'all are doing well. It's nice day out today. All right. Is this even working? We don't know. Hello. Are we live? Making lemonade. Actually, no. Okay. Well, we're just going to carry on and see what we can do here. All right. So, like I said, tomorrow night's our Maundy Thursday service. I don't have bread here. I hope you have a chance to gather some bread or some juice to be a part of our service. We're going to take communion together online. And so if you don't have bread, maybe you've got flour, salt, and yeast and water, and you can make some. So like I said, this is my favorite little simple, easy recipe. This is what I'm making for tomorrow night's loaf for us to take communion together. So I use 3 cups of flour. Just simple stuff here. Someone actually told me this was the 3-2-1 recipe because it's 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 teaspoon of yeast. So pretty easy. Dump 3 cups of flour into a mixing bowl, and then I do the 2 teaspoons of salt. Yep. And then 1 teaspoon of yeast. I've heard this is a hot commodity too, right up there with toilet paper. Everybody's baking bread now at home and things, and so yeast is kind of hard to find right now, but this is what I use. You buy a whole big jar of it at a time. A teaspoon of yeast goes in there. And then, it's a 3-2-1 recipe, 3 cups flour, 2 teaspoons salt, 1 teaspoon yeast. This doesn't fit into the 3-2-1, but it's a cup and a half of warm, not necessarily hot water. So get my water here going. So let's try this fun feature out. Like I said, tomorrow we've got the Maundy Thursday service. We'll be on Facebook Live. We might be on YouTube Live. We were going to do a Zoom call so that we could be face-to-face, but that's too much. Like I said, this week we're making lemonade out of lemons, and Zoom is not part of the lemonade anymore. So we'll be live. We want you to gather around with the people in your household. Gather around a table with some bread or a cracker, a tortilla, whatever you may have on hand, and some juice. And we're gonna share in the Lord's Supper together. So we're gonna do that. All right. Let's see here. Get you back. All right. So I got a cup of warm water, and you nothing but just dump it right in there, and then you actually need a cup and a half. So I got to go back for a little more. All right. Kind of gets a little bubbly from all the yeast, and then you could use your hands. You should use your hands. I don't like getting my hands messy, so my wife bought me this. Actually, my sister got this for me, I think. A nice little dough whisk, so you don't have to get your hands dirty. So I just take that, start stirring it up, pulling it all together. All right. Let's see. Tomorrow's Maundy Thursday. On Friday, we'll have our Good Friday service. That's at 7:00. We'll be on Facebook Live again. Again, we're trying YouTube Live, but I really don't know if that's going to work or not. Let's see. Are we live? So if you've not been to a Good Friday service before, I encourage you to join us. We read through the entire story of Jesus's betrayal, the arrest, the crucifixion, the burial. We read through the entire story before worshiping on Easter. And it's a story, no matter how many times you've read it, how many times you've heard it, it'll catch you a different way each time. I've been going to Good Friday services for years now. I'm sure you have maybe as well, but if you're like me, each year, like some little detail or something different in the story will just kind of grab you in a new way, and and it'll speak to you differently. So, all right, now I think we're working here. Hi, Edie. Thanks for the note. Appreciate you. So anyway. Now, after you stir a little bit, if you're using your hands, you'd be a mess right now. You'd just be out of commission for the rest of 2 minutes. But you stir it all together. You kind of get some clumpy action like that. At that point, the whisk has done you well enough, and you have to get a little messy. So before I do that, I need to click and not get my computer all doughy. Easter. We'll be live on Sunday morning for Easter at 10:30. Again, all on the same platforms. We are doing our best to make things special. Not that it needs us in any way. God does it all. God is a part of Easter, no matter what we create or do. And so we're excited for that. Hope you join us. All right, now I've got to get a little messy here. So after you kind of stir it up in your bowl, what you got to do is take a little flour on your counter, kind of get your hands a little floury, and then you turn out all of that dough and you shape it, because right now it's kind of clumpy and kind of all mixed apart and stuff. So you kind of just push it together. You don't have to knead. This is a no-knead recipe, so you don't have to sit here and work it forever. But you just kind of want to pull it together just a little bit into more of a bowl. Just you can hold it in your hand like that. And at that point, you take the last little bit of olive oil you have in your thing here. You take another big bowl and you just put a little oil in there just so that the dough doesn't stick. Kind of mix it around with your hand. Realize that's not enough. So you go get more. Hi, Connie. Hope y'all are doing well. I heard y'all watched 1917 the other week, and we've been watching movies out here too, so I'm thinking that might be on our list soon. All right, after you oil your bowl up, you just take your dough and you just set it in there, and then you cover it with some plastic wrap. And then you have to let it sit. I think the recipe says to let it sit for 8 hours, which I typically do. You can let it sit overnight. What I'll probably do is I'll probably put this whole bowl in my oven with the oven turned off, and I'll probably just let it sit until the morning when I'll bake the loaf. I'll put the recipe that I'm following in the comments if you want to check it out. But basically, what I'll do in the morning is I'll follow their extra steps. You have to like let it sit and rise a little bit and all that. But then you put it, if you have one of these, it helps a lot with the browning and stuff. You put it in a Dutch oven and you actually plop the bread down in it and then use your lid and put it in the oven, and it comes out really well. So anyway, that's the bread we will be using here at the Kaler household tomorrow for Maundy Thursday. Again, I hope you all are well. Hope you're staying safe. You know, Holy Week, I've only been a pastor now. This is my third time, I guess, for a Holy Week. And it just seems like there's always something crazy about it. And something usually happens and you just learn to roll with it. And that's okay. That's when it's not about us, when it's not about what we can do or can't do, when it's all about God, nothing can go wrong. So that's what I'm trusting in. That's what I'm hoping in and believing in. I know you are too. So my prayers for you all always. We're praying for a meaningful and powerful Holy Week. May God reach you and bless you in many ways the next couple days. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.